Hi, welcome back to All About the Alternative. I've been spending some time now learning some new techniques for my channel, and I've been learning how to do some new editing stuff and all these things that I've been incorporating into my channel to grow it a little bit more and make it a little more successful. And ever since when I restarted the channel, of course last year, I was bombarded with this word SEO. It's a phrase, I guess, or whatever, but it's actually just letters to a phrase, and it's what I've been given several times by one of the creators on YouTube, and they have a website, and they have a service that they want you to pay for, and they keep bringing up this word SEO. Hold on for a moment. I'm going to come right back, and we're going to talk about what that SEO is and how you can already do it, or you probably are already doing it. We'll talk about that in a moment. With this channel, one of the things I've been covering is the social media concepts that have been coming out, and looking at them a little differently of how they're being perceived in that, and a little bit more about what they're all about, so that other people understand what they're actually looking for when they start doing their channel. And some of the editing tools I've been bringing out, some of the things that you can actually do, and a lot of things actually that I've been supporting are all things that are actually free to use in your case, so that you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money to start up a new YouTube. And it seems that a lot of there's one particular creator, I suppose, if you want to call it just one creator, but they're a group of creators that are on YouTube, and they share their information. They actually do share a lot of their information, but they constantly bring up this idea of SEO, which of course is search engine optimization. And that's really all that word is. If they came out and said you're not doing your SEO, and actually said you're not doing a search engine optimization, which they should actually be saying when they're first approaching you with what that thing is, would be kind of them to do so. They have a website, gives a lot of tools in there. There are some free tools in there, but in the end result, if you want to actually access everything with them, you actually have to pay for their service on a monthly basis. A monthly fee that, if you're not even making the money on your channel yet, is kind of ridiculous to be paying out something you don't even have yet. So obviously that's where I've been going, is to find things that are not going to cost you, because until you've actually started making money, you're not going to spend money. So that's where you want to start with. And I'm betting you're already doing everything that SEO is actually supposed to be anyway. Because the minute you've made your video, so you sat in front of your camera, did everything, you maybe filmed somewhere, and you went to your editing software and did all your editing, and you created a title. So you went to one of the search engines to find out what's the best title to give your video, maybe some keywords that you need for your video, and you have to add all that stuff in to make that work. And you also have to do that to create your thumbnail, which is going to show everything you want to know about what your video is about, so people will click on it, and hopefully they will enjoy your video. They'll give it a like, you'll give subscribes, and hopefully you'll do that with this, and you'll give comments in regards to what you see, because that's what all the engagement is, right? You want to have all the parts that make up what YouTube is, or what TikTok is, or what Rumble is, or any other site that you're with and you're going to be involved in. But what you basically do is you take that video that you made and you put it into the algorithm of their program, and they have to go through a source of checking your video anyway. So in the time frame that they're checking your video, if you are monetized, you of course have to click on all the stuff that goes towards your monetization. But as you're doing that, you also have a space for putting the description of your video in. So you put your title in, which is probably created by one of those programs that I was talking about. I can use one of the free ones, assuming you're probably using a free one, that will create the title. Now if you've already created a title, you figure you have something pretty witty for your title, great. So you've already got that far. Put that title into your description. Now, come up with some keywords for that title and put them underneath that title with some hashtags. So you hashtag the word of whatever keyword it is. That's your social engineering optimization. And that's all it is. Is that all it is? Well, not entirely. Of course not. There are some other key things you need to do. But that's what actually they're inciting that is what it actually is when they first start talking to you about it. I was bombarded by them. And I was actually, they found me through a different way that I had put my name out there. I was already doing exactly what they were suggesting as far as what that SEO is. So basically what it is getting your name out there, getting your video out into the social media concept. Just putting a video out there, the algorithm is going to actually let it sit there and probably do nothing. You have to do the work to market yourself. And that's exactly what it is. So how are you going to do that? Well, actually in that description, there's also other things that you can go through in the bottom. You just have to open up the More section and you can put in other keywords that you want to add in as well. So when someone's doing a search and they're looking for your title in that title should actually be in those keywords. So put that in there and then put some other keywords that may be associated to what your video is all about. So if somebody is searching for something, your video is actually going to come up in the algorithm with what they're searching for. So you'll do that. Don't do where you don't put anything in that space. Make sure that something is in that space to make yourself known. The next step you need to do after you've published the video is take your video's link. So you go into the content section and you go into your video, you'll see the link under the details, and you can take your video link and you go to other places to market yourself. So you go into Facebook, for example. This is a great example because you can go into groups in Facebook, you can go into just your own page on Facebook and create a group perhaps, or you can just put it out on your own Facebook. Just put the link out there, put a bit of a description, tell people who you are and what your video is all about, and hopefully they will click on that and go and watch the video on YouTube. Even if it's outsourced, it's still considered a view. It's still considered watch hours, no matter where it's being seen from. And if your video is actually about a topic that you are involved in with Facebook, all the better. You go into the group on Facebook and add your video in, and you may get more views that way. In fact, that's exactly what I had done. I had gone to Facebook into a group that I already belonged to. I was making a video in regards to to that, and I put it into Facebook, and people went, "Oh my gosh, that's a neat idea," and they went and watched it on YouTube, and I got more views for that video because of it. As I had done that, someone from the other website, the other creator, messaged me and said, "I saw your video, I saw some stuff you're creating, and you're not doing SEO." That's exactly what they said to me. "You're not doing SEO. You need to do more SEO," or whatever it was that they said at the time. And I was being new to the whole thing. I said, "What is SEO?" And they couldn't even answer the question. They just said, "You're not doing it. You're not doing SEO. Let me look at your channel and I'll tell you what I think what you need to know, and to fix your thing." And I thought, okay, fine. And so I went. They went and looked at my my channel, I guess, and I didn't give them any other information because I don't want to be giving them passwords. I wasn't going to give them any other information, which is actually what they wanted. So be careful of scams like that, because someone could get into your information and maybe take over your channel or something if somebody is contacting you like that. I didn't know who this person was that was contacting me, so of course all I did was give them the information of the channel itself. They went and looked at the channel and came back with me with a bunch of things. One, they came back with me with some of the videos I had were the much older videos that were getting views, but of course they were just some stuff that I had shared, obviously, the fame stuff that I had shared. And then they came back to me with, "Is this stuff your stuff? Are you commenting on it or whatever?" And I said, "No, it's just there. That's not my new stuff. And all my new stuff is from the from the year, the beginning of that year, continuing. And they said, well, if you don't get rid of all of that stuff, you'll never get monetization. But by the time that I was in this conversation with this person, I already had monetization. They clearly had no clue as to all that information of whether or not I was monetized or not. I mean, maybe they wouldn't have seen that or not, and that's what they're guessing, that I'm not monetized. And I said, I already am. They were stunned, I guess, because they didn't know what else to say to me at that point. But they told me I should join their group and learn more about what their stuff was all about. And I went to look at it, and the first thing I said was, well, I'm not going to pay for a service. I'm definitely not paying for a service because I'm not making enough money with my channel yet to be paying out for anything. I'm not going to get an editor of any kind, and I'm doing all my own editing. I'm doing all my own work on all my videos. I was doing all of that stuff for free. Why did I need to pay for them to do anything to my videos? They weren't going to do anything different than what I already was doing. I was sharing my videos. I was sharing with people I knew who could actually go and watch my videos and share them with other people. I was getting to know other people on YouTube that were also, share and share alike. Let's go and watch each other's videos and see what's going on with everything. In some cases, you'll meet up with the people that on YouTube that are interested in what you're doing, and some that are not, and that's just the way it works. But to pay for a service that they may or may not help you is kind of you can't be looking to do that when, of course, like I said, you haven't made any money yet. You're not spending it to do this. So yeah. So if you're networking, get yourself out there and network with your channel. Creating a new channel and letting it just create and see if YouTube puts it out anywhere. Even if you put all the parameters in place, all of those keywords, all those things, if you haven't networked yourself, make sure that you're getting yourself out there and networked. Go out and see the people out in your neighborhood. Tell them about your YouTube channel as you're talking. That is networking too. Even though it sounds like, hey, okay, YouTube didn't find those subscribers to you, there still are watch hours, they still are views, and they'll share it with other people that they know, and they'll get, you'll go further with it that way. I learned that because that's exactly what I've been doing, and I've been growing. My channel has been growing, a little at a time, maybe. It hasn't, that's the other thing that most people people overlook. If you know a creator that's on YouTube already, and they're promoting you, and so you started up a new channel. One of the family vloggers, of course, has hundreds of thousands of viewers or subscribers on their channel, and has one of their children create a new YouTube channel, and they tell about it on their channel, and then so all of their viewers go and subscribe to the new channel, and that's networking. It's just the same way. But if you don't know somebody who has 100,000 subscribers already and they're not promoting you, well, how do you promote yourself without that? You have to actually get yourself out there and get promoted that way. If you have some ridiculous 700,000 viewers or subscribers rather to your channel, but and so you actually promote that X and X and X are new channels, of course, who's going to go watch them? But of course, your subscribers are now going to go watch the new channel. I didn't have to even say who that is. I mean, everybody knows who the million subscriber channels are. If they put up a new person that they like, and they're going to go, okay, this person's now a new YouTuber, go and subscribe to them. That's how they get the new subscribers and how they get the massive amount of views that they get for their channel. They don't just happen like an overnight success. You have to actually network yourself. You have to network where your videos are going to go, and even if that is not your topic, sometimes that's where you're going to get anybody's going to join you doing it. So I'm not getting on a rant here, I guess, because I'm at the point where every time that the other creator contacts me and with their website and that I should be joining and I should be paying for their service, and realize that I'm already doing every bit of everything that that their service actually provides. Why do I need their service? So keep that in mind. Don't pay for something that you don't need, unless you're buying subscribers or you're buying watch hours or you're buying whatever, views or whatever it is that service is going to provide for you. That's the only thing that they're actually providing for you in this case, because otherwise, if you're already doing all the optimization that you're supposed to be doing in the first place, what do you need that service for? I'm through. I've already told them to leave me alone. I'm done with them harassing me, and that is my next part of this video. Is I've asked them to stop harassing me, because every time they send me a message and they send me an email to the email address that's on my email, on my videos, they're constantly asking me to pay for their service. That, like I said, I've done all the things that they're suggesting in the first place. What do I need to pay for their service for? So if you're looking for some other ways to do some of that stuff, I'd like to do some more of my lives are going to be coming up very soon. I think I'm going to try to aim for doing some of those that are going to tell you about some of the websites you can use for free to help you do some editing. I did one the other day, about a week ago, and I will be doing more of those, because I think I can dole out a few of those at a time and learn a little bit with me about how to do some editing and how to do some work on this stuff that's called SEO. And your search engine optimization is what it is. And if they keep saying SEO but without telling you what it is, say to them, just tell me what it is already, because what's the point? That's exactly what they do. That's how they're trained to get you to buy their service, is say, you're not doing SEO, you're not doing SEO, but never tell you what it actually is. And they want you to find it out for yourself, what it is, and now have to gone through and found out what it is all by yourself. What did you need them for? You didn't need them. You can find out all this stuff yourself too. I'm just going to share what I know, and hopefully it'll help someone out there get started on YouTube just the same way I had to. And the networking part of it is all what you just need to do to make yourself known and get yourself out there. And the more you get yourself out there, and the more information you tell anybody about what you know, the more you've helped other people grow and work, right? So that's the only way this actually works. So without all of that, hopefully that's helped someone out there starting up YouTube to understand a little bit more about this. And we'll see you on the next one. Give me a like and a subscribe. I'll see you soon.